Okay, this video is about my PX4 Storm here. This is the first handgun. First of all, let me just safety check it for you. No magazine, nothing in the chamber there. Okay. It is the Type F, which is the full size. It's based in .40 caliber Smith & Wesson. The reason why I got this gun was because I started with a 92 FS in the military, and I liked the feel of it so much. But the polymer guns that come out, of course, that's the new guns that are out there. The upper part of this gun is steel, and then the bottom part of this gun is all polymer. As you see, I have a lasermax laser on it, and I don't know if you can see that, but there are some issues I have with this gun. It's the first handgun I've ever purchased, so let me just talk about it a little bit. First of all, when I purchased the gun, it came with a basic plastic case, which was, it's kind of like they threw everything in. It was just a little foam insert, which is kind of pretty cheesy if you ask me. But so I wasn't impressed with the case it came with, and actually I think I still have it or I threw it away. It was about as cheap as you can get. What I like about this gun, when I first picked it up, it fits my hand absolutely perfect. There's some space down here for magazines. You know, when you put the magazine in, it fits really flush. Now, I'm not going to rack it back. There is mag loaded here. But when you put it in, you know, there is a little space with the magazine. I'm really okay with that, because if my hand was down here, then I'd probably have an issue. But because my hand rests up here very comfortably, one of the issues, another issue that I've seen, I'll take it out so you guys don't freak out. So again, I'll check it again. Nothing in there. One of the other issues I have about this gun is the feel. Notice my thumb here and this finger, they kind of even up. Okay, I don't know what most people think about how they have their guns in their hand, but for me, I have access to my mag release very easily. My hand is, see how the mag release is right there by my thumb, so it's very easy for me to release the mag. The grip is good. I don't like the stippling on here. They're checkering, I guess you call it, is pretty basic form. It's in the correct place. If I squeeze really hard on the gun, you see that I get, you know, a little line, you know, checkering lines on my hand, which is not that big of a deal. But when I picked up the gun for the first time, it fit my hand so well. It was just comfortable. Everything about the gun for me is comfortable. And shooting it in .40 Smith & Wesson, you know, there's no recoil. There's hardly any recoil on this, so I can be really accurate with this gun. You know, at 15 yards, I think I can shoot pretty well with it. I don't know if I shoot competition well with it, but I think I can hit a target. If somebody's coming at me with, you know, coming to attack me, I think I can probably drop them pretty easily with this gun. Everybody's got their opinion on calibers and whatever, .40 Smith & Wesson, but you know, for me, this is really close. I put this by my bedside, so if anybody breaks in my house, they're going to have a rude awakening, in my opinion. The sights, it's white. I really had no intention of changing the sights on this. Again, I'm not doing any competition shooting, so this is just my immediate quick home defense weapon. I do also have a 12 gauge that is readily accessible if I need it, if it gets ugly. I like that the hammer, it's accessible to pull back. Okay, but it doesn't stick out like in 1911. One of the things I don't like about this gun is the safety, or the safety here. It's accessible by my finger, but it's sorry about that. So I was talking about the PX4 Storm, and I was getting into the safety. Again, when I hold this gun, I'm cool with the on the very tip of my thumb. I can touch the mag release. There is some slight adjustment there that I have to make sometimes, but the safety, as you see, my hand touches the safety. Now let me just show you the safety up close so you can see that. Hopefully it will focus right here. It's a very smooth safety, and to push it up, it takes a lot of effort, and it's very pointy. It's sharp. It's rounded on the edges, but it's sharp. And with it up, if I can show you that, okay. With it up, it's okay to put it down, but I find it's difficult to put it up. Down is easy. Up takes a little more effort. So what I find that I'm doing is that when I'm shooting, or when I'm prepping to shoot, before the gun comes into action, let's put it down. So before it's coming into action, I'm actually using my offhand to engage the safety. Okay, and then although I can hit it with my other thumb, you see it's I'm kind of not hitting it easily. You have to very consciously make that effort, and I actually have to roll my hand over to get it. Okay, so it's not big enough in my opinion. I do shoot two hands when I hold the gun, so this thumb basically I use to engage the safety on and off. One of the questions that I have for anybody out there that watches this video is that replacement part for the Beretta. Now, maybe this is one of those type of guns that just does not do modifications well. Who knows? I'm getting ready to talk a little bit more about breaking down the gun. I do like how the gun is very simplistic. You see these two levers here, and I'll close up on that. It's a little pin, and there is another pin on the other side. It's very simple to break down. You just one finger on this side and one finger on this side, like so, and you just pull them down, and they kind of stay down. Okay, when I do that, so that's up. It's like in the middle, and then this is down. Okay, and then once you do that, the slide comes right off. Okay, so it's very simple. I would say this is probably 70% of the weight of the gun, the slide and the barrel. This is lighter than hell. There's nothing to this at all. You can't even feel it. You know, and I like that about the gun. But let's set that aside for a minute. To break it down, you basically, the barrel pops out, or the pin pops out like that. You know, it's a rotating barrel, so there is a cam here, so that works really well. The barrel comes out very easily. It's just because I'm doing this on camera that it's hard now. Come on, man. What the hell? Sorry about that. So the barrel, you see you get some interesting little rotations here. Scratch marks show your wear. So you see that there's a little, some wearing of the bluing here. There's wearing of the bluing around the top of the chamber, if the chamber of the barrel, if you will, because it rotates. You see anything shiny basically is going to be where brass or whatever rounds are touching, or metal on metal is touching. So that's the barrel. When we look into the internals, let me see if you can focus on that. The safety is very much I've never broken down the gun further than this point. But the safety does not seem to be a very easily replaceable item. I'm sure that there's somebody out there that can school me on this stuff, but I probably have to take out this mechanism. I have no idea how to do that. I do see that there's looks like a small little Allen wrench screw there. But yeah, the thing is that, so I was talking about the safety and the internals. What I'm asking from YouTube, anybody that watches this video, is that first of all, I have no idea how to break down any of these internal parts. I'm sure there's a way. My goal is I'd like to see if there's any replacement parts for this safety latch. I'd like to replace it. I'd like you to replace it to something bigger. This gun is mainly streamlined so that I guess it could be concealed carry. I'm not a concealed carry holder right now. The only reason why is because this PX4 Storm to me is right at the limit of concealment. And now some may argue the issue. I just haven't seen right yet where it's going to be small enough to concealed carry. So if you can help me, assist me with the alright, I'm doing this again. If you can assist me with that, to show me if there are any places I can get replacement parts for this thing, for the safety and specifically, I would appreciate it. That's kind of where I'm going with this video. I kind of would like to have a replacement safety latch and something bigger, something of a different angle, so that I would be able to manipulate the safety better. One of the other things that I find about this gun is that I see a lot of people, and there are lines on the rail here, for grip, and here, as you see. I see a lot of people that they say never rack over your chamber like that. Here, with racking it that way, I'm still over the chamber, and over here I'm pretty much barrel covering, which is not a good idea for safety wise. So yeah, any suggestions on that for anybody? Yeah, there are some like small issues. Maybe I'm just looking at it from a novice point of view, which I still consider myself a novice. I do own the PX4 Storm here, Beretta, and I do have a 12 gauge Mossberg, and along with my baby AR-15. But I still do consider myself a novice. I say that proudly because I'm looking for the experts out there to help me out, school me. You know, I want to get better. I do take guns in a very serious light. I do take the Second Amendment as a right that should not be infringed upon. You've seen some of my videos, I hope, of, and if you haven't, you know, I urge you to go take a look. And if you like what I have to say, go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, I'm open to any suggestion, any advice that people can give me. I do like this Beretta PX4 Storm extremely. You know, I can't say it enough. Sometimes the first gun that you buy, whether it be a handgun, a shotgun, a rifle, a hunting rifle, you know, an AR, whatever, the first is always your favorite. And the same goes for this. This is my favorite handgun. It is my only handgun, but it is my favorite, and always will be because it's the first handgun I purchased. But yeah, some of you, I'm sure, can say the same about your guns. You know, I've heard a lot of other comments from different places. But holsters wise, again, another option. This is more of along the lines of a police leather. It's from Beretta. It's for the PX4 Storm. It's not something I actually would wear, and it does not allow the laser to work with the holster. So it's kind of like I got it, and it is what it is. So I want to talk a little bit about holsters. I talked about the Beretta leather. It's more of a police force looking type holster. So it has a option to belt loop, which is fine. I don't know when I would actually use that, but the issue was I wanted a holster specifically for this gun. I do like the laser on it, and I'm going to show you that you look at this the screw here, and it basically, you unscrew it and it allows you to very easily, and here I go with another very easily, but it allows you to very easily unscrew it and take the laser off. And there's not much to this lasermax laser at all, but it's a very good unit. The picanti roll or rail here is only set for one pinhole, so there's not much modification on that, which is fine. I guess you could put a light on here as well. It's a pretty sturdy polymer setup here, but the gun by itself alone, perfectly fine. Got no issues with that. But my question to you, a second question to you guys out there, is holsters for this gun. And I would like to get a holster where I could use the laser as well. But I'm finding that a lot of them don't fit. Okay, so I'm going to move on, and we're going to take a look at some holster options that I've had and have, and you'll see how I outfit my PX4 Storm. So the PX4 Storm and holstering. So holstering, you have a couple different options. For me, I really like the shoulder harness, but options for something on the hip, you know, I think it's too big to, you know, do something like this. Appendix, something on the side would be good too. But I've really had some issues trying to find, well, it's not really an issue, it's more like me. I don't know how to do it, but these are some options that I've done. When I was in Iraq, I'll put the gun down. When I was in Iraq, I got this from one of the Haji little shops that they have. I mean, no, nothing by that, but just pretty much how things work there. This is a shoulder holster. Give you some close-up on this. It's got stamped on the back, Baghdad al-Rashid Saint Al-Fuaid Aki, whatever the hell all that shit means. That's what's on the back of it. But it's all leather. I think it's built pretty well. You know, understandable. This is the setup. It clips to, and as I'm doing this, I'm going to have issues taking it apart, but it clips to your belt. Okay? If I was to put this on, I don't know if I'm set up on camera right. Let me take a look and see. Hold on. So basically, this holster, you clip it to your belt, okay, or your loops, whatever, and you can adjust them here. It's got two mag holders on the side, which are pretty general. The mags fit in there pretty well. So this is one of the mags, fits in there fine. It fits in there actually tight. Okay, so the Beretta PX4 Storm fits in there pretty good. On this side is where you have the holster. Okay, it's got two snaps so you can adjust it, but the PX4 fits in there pretty well. Okay, that's about as tight as it goes, but it's pretty sturdy. Okay, and I do like this option. I haven't used it in a long time. I wore it when I was in Iraq, but you know, I was doing a 92 FS in there, and it does fit in there okay. Okay, but it's not something that I wear to the range or I would think about wearing on a regular basis, because it's not concealable unless I had something over it. So, how about another option? So, option 2 that I've explored is this generic shoulder harness, if you will. I actually prefer the Iraqi one that I purchased, but it fits well. It's stitched. It's nylon. It's stitched pretty well. Single stitch throughout most, and then it's got a lot of adjustments. All these areas here you can adjust. It has a double secure, so one that way and then a snap to get the gun out. It comes out a lot easier. It is a lot lighter actually. It's okay, but again, unless I was wearing a jacket to cover this, and it does stick out quite a bit. It doesn't hold it back. Okay, I would consciously have to see how it slings out like that. I would consciously have to tuck it and hold it underneath my arm, okay, to make it concealable. It does hold. It's got the 2 mag carrier here with it, which is good, and they fit in just fine. And the belt loop construction is a little bit different. It's not a snap. It's more, well, there is a snap, but it's a snap loop. So you would take this and loop it under your belt and then snap it up to secure. It is just an option. I found that this option does not work for me. Okay, this is not something that I would wear if I was to carry this gun concealed. It just doesn't cover any of the bases that I need. or that I'd want. Okay, although it is comfortable, I do feel that on the back here it is kind of high, and the weight kind of digs into the back of your neck, as you see. Okay, I would prefer it to be something like that, but as you see, the gun is very high if I do that. So next part will be option 3. For option 3, I have this Blackhawk Tactical, and this is more along the lines of just fun. I just thought it was cool. This is for your low hip or low leg strap on. It's got the attachments for your leg, and on the back it has these it's rubberized, sewn in, so it will grab onto your leg, pants, whatever it may be, and it fits really well. It has these attachments so that you can attach molly, different stuff, mags. You can put mags on here if you want. It has a mag pouch in the front, which fits a mag extremely well. I think I could put a bigger mag in there if I wanted. The plastic attachment clips, if you will, and I'm doing this backwards, but I'm not a big fan of these. These are stealth plastic clips. They hold well, but they're plastic, and I'm not a big fan of plastic when it comes to this kind of stuff. You can adjust this extremely well. This holds all sorts of different stuff on here. To break it down and attach, this fits with the laser, which is why I bought it. If I was to have the size here, dimensions inside the holster itself are so big that it fits in very nicely. Okay, you can adjust up and down and side to side and all sorts of stuff with this thing. So it's a very good unit. If I was in combat, or SWAT or something like that, yeah, this would be a very good thing. But for me, it's just fun. Practical? Not practical at all. It does attach to the belt. It has a detachable sling, so this goes over your belt loop, and then it attaches lower to your to here, another plastic attachment. It's very thick. It's very well made. One of the better products that I own regarding holsters. Very good unit, but concealed carry? Absolutely not. So when it comes to holsters for my PX4 Storm, I searched to all of you out there. Kydex. I would like to be able to conceal carry my PX4 Storm. I'd like to have something that would be kydex, something that is secure and not going to fall out. I'd like to have something that I could have my laser on it. So as I was saying, I'd like to have a holster where I could convert my PX4 Storm into a concealed carry, or yeah, just concealed carry. A lot of the guns, what they do with the kydex is they form it over the weapon. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So if anybody can help me out, I'd appreciate it. I'd like to be able to do it with the laser on it, so that way it's secure. Maybe I'm wrong and that's something that can't be done. Maybe it is. But I'd like to be able to get a holster where I can have this as a concealed carry. Call me stupid, but concealed carry with only one hand. Continuing on, so I'd like to conceal carry with this handgun, PX4 Storm. If people could respond, I really prefer a video response to this, but comments are welcome. If you can suggest a site and explanation as to how to get a kydex holster for this, you know, I would appreciate it. You know, YouTube, we do this all to ask for assistance and get help. So if you can help me out with this, I'd appreciate it. I really do love this Beretta PX4 Storm. It's a great handgun. I got no complaints with it whatsoever, other than you know, if you can help me out with see if I can find some replacement parts for the safety. I'd like to get a bigger safety on this thing. But yeah, it's a great gun, and I really like it, and more guns will be in my future, I'm sure. So I'm sorry this video was so long, and yeah, I just had a lot of information. I haven't really done a good long review on this yet, so I figured I'd take the time and do it for you now. So comments welcome. Yeah, if you like what I have to say, check out my other videos, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. So this is Prepper Mike 2012, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.